Class 10th English from First Flight book, Chapter 3rd, His First Flight. Today in this lesson we are going to learn about the author, summary and oral comprehension. Firstly about author. Liam O'Flaherty was an Irish novelist and short story writer and a major figure in the Irish literary renaissance. He was a founding member of the Communist Party of Ireland. He was born on 28 August 1896 in Inchmore, Ireland, and died on 7 September 1984, Dublin, Ireland. In this story, we are going to learn about a seabird. This is an interesting story of a seagull. A seagull was living on a cliff with his mother, father, two elder brothers and his sister. His two brothers and sister had already flown away the day before, but he had been afraid to fly with them. He couldn't collect his courage to jump to plunge from the high cliff, and he was left there alone. He couldn't dare to fly from the cliff. The great expanse of the sea stretched down beneath, and it was such a long way down. He felt certain that his wings would never support him, so he couldn't fly that day. He did not have confidence. He was full of pessimism. He thought that if he flies and wings doesn't open, then he will die, because it was so deep in the sea. He was sad and alone. His brothers and sister, whose wings were far shorter than his own, flapped their wings and flew away, but he failed to muster up courage to take that plunge, to take that dive. He could not collect that courage to dive with them. He tried, but he got afraid and could not jump from the high cliff. His father and mother had come around, calling him shrilly, scolding him, threatening to let him starve on his legs if he did not fly. But he couldn't take risk of his life. He did not listen to his parents. Even he did not got afraid of starving also. And that's why he was left alone for 24 hours. No one came near him, and he ate nothing. The day before, all day long, he had watched his parents flying with his brothers and sister and perfecting them in art of flight. He was running towards the ledge, but by seeing down, he was coming back again and again. All the morning, the whole family had walked about on the big plateau mid down the opposite cliff, taunting him with his cowardice. They made fun of him. His brother and sister also made fun of him, that he could not fly, he doesn't have courage. He could not say anything. He tried, but he failed. He was extremely hungry. He could see his parents, but he pretended to be falling asleep. He was showing that he's happy. Still, they took no notice of him. Only his mother was looking at him. Now and again, she tore up at a piece of fish that lay at her feet and then scraped each side of her beak on the rock, showing that it's getting ready for eating. The sight of the food maddened him. He cried, "Ga, ga, ga," begging his mother to bring him some food, but mother denied in a way to show him that he is cowardice, he is stupid, he must try, he must come forward. The mother was trying to just made him starve so that he could fly, so that he could jump, he could dive and he could fly. Mother was painful. She was observing him very keenly. At last, his mother picked up a piece of fish and flew across him. The sight of food maddened him. He leaned out eagerly, tapping the rock with his feet, trying to get nearer to her mother. as she flew towards him. Mother was flying towards him in the same direction with the fish, and he was eagerly waiting for that. He was so excited. He thought that now he is going to get the food. But when she was just opposite to him, she halted, her wings motionless, the piece of fish in her beak almost within the reach of his beak. He waited a moment in surprise, wondering why she did not come to him. But maddened by hunger, he dived at the fish. He forgot his fear. He could not remember the cliff. He could not remember the sea. He just dived for the food. And with a loud scream, he fell outward and downwards into the space. A monstrous terror seized him, and his heart stood still. He couldn't hear anything, but it only lasted a minute. The next moment, his wings spread outwards automatically. He was flapping his wings. He was soaring gradually downwards and outwards. He was no longer afraid. He was flying. The winds were just striking him, and he was going against the wings. His mother cried behind him. He answered her with another scream. Then his father flew over him screaming. He saw his two brothers and sister flying around him. He completely forgot that he had not always been able to fly. He was near to the sea now, flying straight over it. He saw a vast green sea beneath him. He could enjoy the flying. He could see a huge sea in front of lying, and he was flying against it. His parents, his brothers, and his sister landed on the green flooring ahead of him. They were inviting him, calling, shrilling. He dropped into it. He also landed. He screamed with fright and attempted to rise again, flapping his wings. But he tried, but he was tired and weak. With hunger, he could not rise from the surface of that sea, and he had to float like his brother and his parents. His feet sank into the green sea, and then his belly touched it, and he sank no farther. He was floating on it, and around him his family was screaming, praising him, and their beaks were offering him scraps of dogfish. He had made his first flight. He has got success. He has done it. He has got victory over his fear, and now he was fearless. Oral comprehension. Some questions of this lesson. What is the name of the author? How many siblings does the seagull have? What did his parents do when he did not fly? What did the mother do to make him fly? Why did the mother halt before the ledge? What was there in her beak? What did the seagull do after that? And what happened at the end? Thank you for watching. After this video, we are going for explanation. So get ready with pencil and the text which I have sent to you. Thank you. Have a nice day.